Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we're going to have George from New Orleans in USA. He's an actor and a singer as well. So let's see what George has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello?
Hi, William.
Hello George, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. Right George, just before we start the game, just tell me where you're from.
I was born in Chicago. I moved to New York in 1981. And 5 years ago, my husband and I moved to New Orleans.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
What do you miss the most about New York?
You know what I miss the most? I miss not that it matters now with the pandemic, but I miss the most that, you know, there aren't a lot of first-run movie theaters down here. I mean, before in New York, all of the movies, the foreign films, everything came through New York. And here we have to wait a little longer, but that's a small thing compared to the quality of life.
I see. You like things to be, like when it becomes fresh, you just want to see straight away. You don't want to wait too long.
Right, but like I said, it's a small price to pay.
Absolutely.
It's easier to work down here. The quality of life is much better. And really, aside from that, I don't miss New York at all.
I see. How far is New York from New Orleans?
It's about a 2.5-hour plane ride.
Okay, it's not okay. All right.
Yeah, we still have an apartment there because my husband and we both work there occasionally. But we haven't been able to go back in about a year because of the pandemic and the traveling and all that.
Absolutely. And so what do you do for a living?
I'm an actor and a singer and a voiceover coach.
Oh, wow. If I ask you to sing a little bit at the end of the show, would you do that?
Sure.
Hey, I'm glad. Okay, George, so welcome to William and the Magic Box. Are you ready? Join me in a beautiful journey called William the Magic Box.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got this Magic Box here full of random fun questions. I'm just gonna play a music now just for us to get in the mood a little bit, and we're gonna start the game, okay?
Okay.
So let's do it. Let's get it. Right, ready for the first question?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Right, George, what do you think people need to know about each other before they get married?
They need to know their maturity.
Right.
They need to know their sense of responsibility. They need to know their sense of commitment.
Right.
And they need to know that they're mature enough to be able to last in a long-term relationship and that they want a long-term relationship. Some people just say, oh, we'll get married, and then a year later they're divorced. My husband and I have been married since 2011.
Wow.
And we've been together since 1994. So that's a pretty good commitment.
Absolutely. And how did you meet each other?
We were both studying at a singing school in New York.
Right.
And we were both doing work study, and one day I was working in the office, and the office manager was talking to Robert, my husband, and she introduced us. And I don't know, have you ever seen the movie The Godfather?
I think so, yes.
There's a scene where Al Pacino goes to Italy.
Right.
And he falls in love with this Italian woman, and he talks about the thunderbolt that hits him, the lightning bolt that hits him, and then it's like, it's love at first sight. That's how it was with us.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Amazing. Yeah. Oh, that's sweet. Thanks for sharing that. Let's go for another question. Let's do it. Let's do it. Before the next question, just tell me the weather. What looks like the weather right now over there?
The weather is sunny, hot, and humid.
Here it is, raining, gray, and cold.
Oh my. See, that's another That's another thing I don't miss about New York, the weather.
Right. It's
And you know, you're as a, you know, we didn't drive in New York. We didn't have a car. We, you know, most of it is either by subway or walking. And to be out in that crap all the time, it's exhausting.
It is. Yes, I can tell. London is. Yes, absolutely. Right, George. Let's get another question for you now.
Okay.
What is one thing you can't live without?
I can't live without. Wow. Well, that's a good question. I guess it would be my art, performing.
Well, good one.
Yeah, I've been performing since I was a little kid, and if somebody said to me, "Well, you can't perform anymore," it would break my heart. It would just be like,
God.
It would be like, what's the point?
Absolutely.
Because I'm a performer.
Absolutely. Yeah. You need to be in the stage. You need to do what moves you in life, isn't it?
I need to be creative. You know, like right now, you know, there's very little going on stage or in film because of the pandemic. I'm doing voiceovers and I'm doing audiobooks.
Wow.
And so I'm still performing.
Yes.
But if somebody were to take that away, I would just say, you know, if I'm an artist, if there's no point in if I can't do my art, what's the point of, you know?
Of course, I totally understand you. Ready for another one?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Right, George, let's get another question.
Okay.
Do you have any nicknames?
Well, my husband and I call each other Boo Boo.
Why is that?
I have no idea. I have no idea. And I know other people that do that too, but I don't know. We just got into them. We might call each other Boo Boo or Boo or I don't know where it comes. I mean, there was a character in American cartoons named Boo Boo Bear. Right. I don't know if it came from that, but that's my nickname.
I'll tell you something now. My name is William, and when I was born, and my aunt, I was the first male grandchild for both sides. Imagine the responsibility.
Oh, wow.
Wow, yes. So when I was born, it was like a big event. And so all my aunts, they came to visit me, and there is one of my aunts, she just called me on my very first day in the hospital. She called me Dooley. And from that day, from that day on, all my family, no one calls me William. Everyone calls me Dooley. And I asked her why. She said to me, I don't know. I just saw you there, and I just came up this name Dooley, and there you go. That was like my name since then. So all my family, even close friends. I was living in the city since I was when I moved out when I was 12. But all these close friends from school at the time, everyone calls me Dooley. Whole city calls me Dooley. They don't call me William. And yeah, this is my nickname, Dooley.
Cool, very cool. I know sometimes Robert will call me Georgie too.
When he's upset?
Sometimes. And George when he's really concerned about something.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know already. You just know when say George.
I sure do.
Amazing. Let's go for another one. Let's do it.
Okay.
Right, George. Let's get another question.
Okay.
Describe yourself in a positive word and a negative word.
In one positive word and one negative word?
One each.
Okay. Energetic.
Right. Positive. I can feel.
Energetic. And negative would be anxious.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Always been anxious person?
Always been kind of a worrier, yeah.
I'm the same as well, overthinking as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think it runs in my family because I'm Greek on my father's side. Right. And I'm American on my mother's side, and I just remember everybody worrying all the time. I think it's a Greek thing.
I see.
And you know, but I've got it under control. I do meditation, and relax. Sometimes I have a problem, but you know, you have to acknowledge it, or it'll just keep working on its own. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think it's a good thing when you know that. Let's go for another one. Let's do it.
All right.
Right, George. What makes you the most uncomfortable about dating?
Just knowing when to follow up, like after a date. Well, should I call or should he call? Should I wait for his call? I hate that. I hate that.
Yes.
And I'll tell you, I'm the kind of person that if I feel like calling, I'm gonna call.
Me
and
too.
I have several situations because of that. But the waiting, I mean, it's ridiculous.
It is. You don't know what's going on. You want to do something about it. You just don't want
Wait for the phone to ring. No. I do that enough with my business. I don't need to do it in personal life either.
Great. I like that.
A lot of people say, well, how long should I wait to call? And it's like, bitch, call when you want to.
That's true.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I agree with you, George. Let's get another question now. Let's do it.
Okay.
Before the next question, why New Orleans?
Well, my husband, Robert, grew up in northern Alabama.
Right.
And he went to school in he did his undergraduate work in Alabama at Auburn University. And they would always come to New Orleans for recreation, for entertainment, either New Orleans or Atlanta. And after we'd been together for a while in New York, he said to me, he said, well, you know, I don't see myself living in New York the rest of my life. He said, I'd really like to think about, you know, relocating and maybe going to New Orleans because it's a cultural city, it's a friendly city, there are a lot of arts there, and there's a lot going on. And really, New Orleans is unlike any other city in the United States. It really is. Have you been here?
No, I haven't actually. No.
You must come and see us. You must.
For sure.
So anyway, I guess about 6 years ago, he started saying, well, he said, let's go to New Orleans for a little visit, an experiment to see how you like it. Because I hadn't been here since I was in college. And I was like, okay, let's go. And you know, I fell in love with the city right away. And some very good friends of ours who were born and raised here, we got in touch with them and they said, well, you know, maybe you'd want to talk to a realtor while you're here. And, you know, just to stop in and say hello and say, you know, this is what we're thinking. Well, the realtor went ahead and put a whole agenda, and we ended up looking at like 10 houses in one day.
Oh my God.
And the one we're living in now was like the second one we saw. And it was like, I was taken. I said, I could see myself living here. And Robert said, are you sure you want to do this? I said, yes. And before we left to go back to New York, things started going into motion.
I see. Amazing. Wow, that's cool. It's good when you go somewhere and you feel like, okay, it's where I want to be. That's, you know, it's a good feeling. I think it's when you know it, you just know it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know too many older actors that I always thought that I would live the rest of my life in New York. But then you think about it, getting older, health issues, and being alone. I mean, I had a very good friend. She was 89 years old when she passed. She lived alone in a third-floor walk-up apartment.
Oh.
Very talented woman, very sweet woman, and it's like, no.
No.
And the thing is, you know, they call New Orleans Hollywood South. There's a lot going on down here. Hopefully, it'll come back after the pandemic.
It will for sure.
Exactly. But, you know, I've been able to work down here.
Great.
And it's a great change. And when the pandemic really hit and New York was closed down, I felt so bad for my friends up there. And everybody was saying, you are so lucky you're not here.
You see. Oh, Next question. Let's do it.
Okay. Right.
Let's do it. Right, George, if you could go back in time in one moment in history, or sorry, one moment in your life, what that would be and why?
Ooh.
Just one moment.
Wow, that's a tough one. There are quite a few that come to mind. I guess the first time I remember being on stage, I was three.
Oh, that's sweet.
And I was at Greek school. I was raised in the Greek church. Don't practice now, but
Right.
I was raised in the Greek church, and we had a Greek school, you know, that you would go to after regular school.
Yeah.
And I remember one day my aunt said to me, "Well, George, would you like to go to a school where you can learn Greek?" And I said, I thought it was going to be for one day, that I was going to go. And I said, yes, 7 years.
Wow.
7 years of Greek school. But the thing is, our teacher was a brilliant actor, director, singer, and he taught us all about the stage. And I remember the first time I got on stage in front of people, I was 3 years old. I was standing at a microphone to recite a poem, and there was a whole audience out there, parents and everybody. And before I started my poem, I giggled, and the whole audience cracked up. And it was like, this is where I need to be.
Amazing.
This is where I need to be, yeah.
Oh, so they could back on time, would go back to that moment again.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. That's sweet. That's amazing. Right, I've got another question. Shall we do it?
Okay.
Amazing. Let's do it. Right. I can see someone passing by. I believe it's Robert.
That's my husband, Robert.
Right, he could come say hello.
Robert, come say hello.
Maybe.
Hello.
Oh, let's do. Yes, I can see you now. Hello, Robert. How are you?
Well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm having a great time now with George. We're enjoying.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're in the same studio, so I've been listening. We can work together unlike a lot of couples, and so
Right.
I'm working on my stuff, and I've been listening. Sounds really great.
Nice to meet you, Robert. Nice to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you. Take care. Good luck with
Right.
the interview.
Thank you. Let's go for another question.
Okay.
George.
Ça veut dire vous parlez un peu français?
No yet.
Not yet. Okay.
No yet.
I speak English, of course, Greek,
I was about to ask you.
Russian, and French.
Wow, amazing. Right, next question, George. Let's do it.
Okay.
What is your funniest memory of your time at school?
Oh, wow. It has to do with school, but it actually happened after I was out of school. But I had a room. I was at the University of Pittsburgh for a year before I decided I wanted to go to theater school. And I had a roommate, very nice guy, sweetheart. His name was Bill. Very, very nice guy. And we went through the whole thing about dating girls and da-da-da and da-da-da and da-da-da. Years later, when I moved to New York, I got involved with the Gay Cable Network. I was one of their news announcers. And we're in the middle of the Gay Pride Parade. And this is after years. And I hear somebody yell, "George!" And it was my roommate, Bill.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
And we had a good laugh. He was with his lover. And we said, you know, if only we had known then what we know now, we could have had a much better time in school.
There you go.
Yeah, unfortunately, he passed. He was a victim of AIDS and he passed.
Wow.
But I thought that was the sweetest moment I've had when I was in school.
Absolutely. Oh my God, unforgettable. Amazing, amazing. 2 questions left.
Okay.
Ready? Let's do it.
Ready.
Oh, George, I'm so glad that Ren introduced you to the show. Very good fun. You're very positivity. I like your energy. Very nice. I love it.
I'm having a great time. Like I said, you made my day. This is really good for me. But sometimes I'll tell you, mornings can be a little tough for me. A lot of times I wake up and I'm anxious, especially with the pandemic. It's like, what am I going to do? And I have to really motivate myself. And this has really helped. This is great.
Great. I'm glad to know. What do you most like about yourself?
I like the fact that I have a sense of humor.
Yes, visibly.
And that I love, love old movies.
Wow, wow.
Oh.
Which one is your favorite? Which one is your favorite?
Oh, I have many, but a lot of the screwball comedies from the 30s and 40s. This may be a little controversial right now, but my two all-time favorite movies are Gone with the Wind and West Side Story.
Right.
And I know it's not politically correct to like Gone with the Wind right now, but
It's in your heart.
yeah. And I have quite a DVD collection. I collect old movies and newer movies, but my favorite time to watch movies is like from the 30s and 40s.
Right. Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Actually, I'm gonna do another two with you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Two more questions. Yes, I'll do another two.
Sure.
Let's. Paris Latino. Yes, Paris Latino. Right. If you met someone sad in the street, what would be your advice to this person?
If I met someone sad in the street,
Yeah, what would be your advice to this person?
my advice would be grateful for what you have. Be thankful. You're alive, you're walking around. Be thankful, because a lot, including me, sometimes we forget how lucky we are.
That's true. That's true. Absolutely.
And I would say just be grateful. Be grateful that you're not dead. Be grateful that you're alive and you're healthy or whatever, but just be grateful. You gotta be great. You gotta be thankful, especially now. Especially now.
Absolutely. Last question. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna be singing this song all day.
Great. You're gonna remember this moment as well, which is good.
Yeah. My mother always used to say, I'm really proud of George because he can entertain himself.
Hey, oh my God, it's beautiful. That's amazing. Oh wow. Who is your biggest idol, and what did you learn from this person?
Oh wow. This is gonna sound like a real Queenie thing to say, but my idol is Barbra Streisand.
And what did you learn from her? The biggest lesson?
Well, she's more than, I mean, when I was a little kid and I first heard of her, I thought, oh, she's for old people. Barbra Streisand's for old people. Then I saw the movie Funny Girl and I fell in love, and I was like, I loved her energy, her enthusiasm, her passion, her singing. And then as she got older, she's not just an entertainer anymore, she's a politician. And I really admire her for everything that she's doing for the community and for people in general. Have you ever seen her video called Don't Lie to Me?
No, I don't think so. I must
go on YouTube and look for Barbra Streisand, Don't Lie to Me. It's a whole video about Trump and about what she thinks of Trump. I think everybody should see it before the election. It's called Don't Lie to Me, and it's from an album she did, but the video will blow you away.
Amazing. Great, I will do for sure. I just want to try to read in your t-shirt. It says speaks fluently.
It speaks fluent.
Song lyrics. Amazing, amazing. Right, George, it's not the end of the show yet. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to give away some words and just tell me one thing that comes to your mind, okay?
From the word that you say?
Yes.
Okay.
Quick thinking. Let's start with love.
Passion.
Money.
Comfort.
Family.
Husband.
Sex.
Love.
Politics.
Anxious.
Life.
Good.
Religion.
Not for me. 3 words, but not for me.
Fear.
Child.
Friendship.
Family.
Desire.
Hope.
Regret.
Sadness.
A wish.
Magic.
Amazing. Let's play now. George and the magic box, and you can ask me a question, okay?
Oh, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. I'm so happy to be part of this.
How sweet, so amazing. You can ask me a question now.
Okay. What do you look for in a potential partner?
Wow. What do you look for? That's a very good. I'm a Scorpio, my astro sign, and we are very kind of.
You're a Scorpio?
I'm a Scorpio.
I'm a Leo. That's why we get along. Yeah.
Oh, you like to be in charge. Leos, they like to be in charge, in control.
Yeah.
Like
I remember when I was in school, and I would tell people, oh well, I'm a Leo, and I'm a triple Leo. Moon, Sun, and Rising are all in Leo.
Wow.
And people would say, well, I hope you're an actor if you're a Leo. And I'm like, yeah. Anyway,
Yes.
back to you.
Yes, back to me. So I would say, I think what I look in a person, I think just their, I don't know how to describe that, but I just look for them to be themselves. Like, it doesn't matter what they like, what they think, what they believe, but just be themselves. I like to, when I look for a partner, just look for them to be themselves. Doesn't matter how they're going to be. So just, I don't know if it makes sense, my answer. I just like to look for someone who just don't pretend to be anybody else, just themselves.
Who's comfortable with themselves.
Comfortable with themselves. That's the right, yes.
Great answer.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how they look like, what they like. If they are themselves, if they are comfortable with themselves, it's gonna make me myself as well. So that's the whole thing.
That's a beautiful answer. That's
Thank
how it
you.
should be. Yeah.
Yes. George, just before we go now, and before you sing a little bit as well, I would like you just to share a positive quote or a positive phrase, something that inspires you in life.
Okay, let me just take a look at it. I've got it up on the wall.
Right.
Okay. There's a saying that goes, everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish by how well they can climb a tree, the fish will think that it's stupid. And then you put that into terms of a human being, and especially in my industry, don't beat yourself up because people are asking you to climb trees. One of these days, they're going to be looking for somebody who can swim. Does that make sense?
It does, totally does. It totally does. I like that. Wow, amazing, amazing, amazing. Can you sing a little bit before you go?
Okay.
Amazing.
All right. What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret.
Hey. Thank you so much. My God, that's powerful. Wow.
Oh, thank you. Well, you know, my dad came to the United States to be an opera singer, and he never made it because he had to go into the army and all that.
Right.
But he always said to me, you inherited my voice. I want you to make use of it. So here we
I
are.
totally agree with him. Yeah, totally agree. George, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for taking this time with me to share the experience with me. I really, really enjoyed. I can feel your energy, and my God, that's amazing. That's so nice.
Thank you so much for including me. And
Absolutely.
you made my day. It's a pleasure to meet you.
No, you made my day. Believe me, you made my day. It's raining here. It's raining here, so it just brought a bit of sunshine here to London.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, take care, darling. Be well.
You too. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.